morning, everybody. We are here with Victoria Woodall, and we're going to have a regular rocket yoga practice. So if you're feeling like you'd like to get your body strong, you're feeling you'd like to get in the zone, not have your head go off too many places, because you really have to listen to your breath.
I love that you know this about yoga.
Well, you've told me so many times. That's what I wish it to be for me. Sometimes it does go off. So we're going to start now, and we'll probably be about an hour on this one. So get ready. All you need is a mat, and that's about it. If you want to be able to have some little things to help you stretch, we do also have the yoga ropes, which are these things, and some blocks.
Yeah, and blocks.
But if you don't have them, it's okay as well. But something worth getting if you just joined us and you think I'd like to be doing it a little more often, otherwise you could use some stretchy band. But there's things you can do with this. We must show one day if everyone wants to get one of these things, because that thing of having that stretch through your neck is really fantastic.
Yeah, maybe we do that in the next Sunday. We'll do a how to use props.
And you can get these off Amazon?
Yeah, they're like £4. They're really not expensive.
Really good to get. There's a stretch you can do. You know, sometimes when you stretch out, you feel you're using your shoulder to help stretch. This one, you literally put your neck here and your foot there, and you do this stretch.
Yeah, like that. So it needs. I've got the belt a bit too long for this one, but maybe our next Sunday class, which is a little bit kind of more workshop-y, we can do that, because you can get some lovely stretches.
Like that.
And actually, the blocks can give you access to more poses, because what they do is they create space. And if we're trying to lengthen, so for example, if you sit like this and you know your hips are up like that, if you're sitting on a block, so this creates tension, right? That's the opposite to what we want.
Yeah.
But if you sit on a block, and then, or even two blocks, we create relaxation and stretch, and that's what we want. We want the space. So blocks are not cheating; they are just
giving you the space.
Yes,
in your body.
exactly.
Brilliant. All right, that's good. It's good to have that explanation, because I don't know if I've ever had blocks actually explained to me. So that's brilliant.
Yeah. So
hope everyone can see. That's great.
So blocks, what they do is they bring the floor closer to you. So say you're trying to get into revolving triangle, which is really, it's a really tricky pose for everyone. If you have a block like that, your hand under a block, or even on the next height like that, you can feel a lot more space in the pose. And we want to create space, because when we take a big breath, we want space for the breath to go and nourish and energize us. So think about blocks as creating space, height, length, and same with the bands. Okay, so if your mind does wander, and you'll know, because you'll stop hearing yourself breathing, so that your breath, it sort of holds you accountable. So if your mind has wandered, just come back to this strong yoga breath and drown out your thoughts with the breathing. Okay, so let's set up that breath. Big toes touch or slightly apart. Feel the ground. Take a deep breath in and just out through the mouth as if you're fogging a mirror. You can even put your hand there. So you want to hear it and you want to feel it, breathing in. Okay, you're going to drop the hand and breathe in, but with mouth closed. So you can still hear it, so your jaw is relaxed, breathing in, with the mouth closed. Now you're going to breathe in with the sound. And breathe out with the sound. That's all you need to do for the next 55 minutes, breathing in, breathing out, and you want your inhale to be the same length as your exhale. We call that samavriti, same breath. So we don't prefer the inhale or the exhale. We don't prefer one pose to another. We treat everything the same. Your likes and your dislikes. Everything the same from a point of equanimity in the middle. Right, let's go with our first sun salutation. Just using that, what we call ujjayi breath, ocean breath. Inhale, arms rise, press palms. Exhale, big breath, fold down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back, lower knees, belly, chest to the floor. Let's go all the way down. Inhale, lift the chest. Now pull your chest through your hands. Low cobra. Exhale, chin down, straighten your arms. Push back, sit on your heels, child's pose. Breathing in. and out. Hearing the sound, just getting into the rhythm. So these first few moments of the practice are really about rhythm and breath, tuning into you. And tuck toes, downward facing dog, pedaling feet. Hands pressed down, fingers pressed down. Soften knees, look forward. Inhale, come to the top of the mat, look up. Exhale, fold, tuck your chin. Inhale, push through, strong heels, come all the way up. Big breath in, don't lose the breath. Exhale, hands down by your side. Okay, a bit faster and a bit bigger with the breath. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back, bend elbows halfway, knees can be down if you like. Straighten your arms, drop hips upward facing, pull chest through hands. Exhale, downward facing dog, 5 breaths, breathing in. Breathing out, let your head go, breathing in. Breathing out, hearing the sound of the ocean. Breathing in. Breathing out. Inhale. And exhale. One more, breathing in. And out. Ready to come up. Inhale, make your way to the top of the mat. Look up, so you've got a halfway lift, hands on shins. You're in an upside down L shape. Exhale, fold, tuck your chin. Inhale all the way up. Press palms to your thumbs, reach from earth to sky. Exhale, hands down. And again, inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Lower. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Down dog. 2, 3, 1. Inhale. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 2. Inhale. In your own time. Exhale. Inhale, hearing the sound. Staying with the rhythm. Ready to come up. Inhale, top of mat. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Sun salutation B, we're adding on some moves. So sink hips low. Inhale, arms rise, chair. Feel your back muscles. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step back lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Right leg lifts. Inhale, press left heel towards the mat. Right foot steps, exhale, lunge, back heel down. Stretch mat between your heels as you come all the way up. Really feel that back leg. And then down you go into your push-up. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Second side, left leg up and back. Press right heel down. Left foot steps in a lunge. Lengthen sides of the waist. Inhale all the way up. So back heel down. Yeah, it's going to be more stable. Exhale, down you go. Relax your toes. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog for 1. Breathing in. Breathe out 2. Just 3 breaths here. Breathing in. Breathe out 3. Ready to come up. Inhale, top of the mat. Keep inhaling. Exhale. Fold. Chair, hips low, arms up. Inhale. Squeeze your back muscles. Exhale, hands down by your side. Another one like this. Inhale, chair. Feeling nice and warm now. Exhale, fold, getting the joints lubricated. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, down you go. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Same again, right leg lifts. Inhale, press left heel down. Strong palms, right foot steps, exhale. Inhale, up you go. Exhale, down again. Inhale, upward facing. So the breath, the rhythm stays the same. Exhale, down, and we overlay the movements on the breath. Right, left leg up and back. Inhale. Left foot steps, back heel down. That's it. Stretch them out between feet. Up you come. And then down you go. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog 1. Breathing in, settling the breath now. Breathe out 2. Breathing in, feel the tiny pause at the top of the inhale. Breathe out 3, tiny pause at the bottom of the exhale. Up we come, inhale, top of mountain cup. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, hands down by your side. Chair to crow. Okay, let's start in chair. Sink your hips low, press your palms. Really press them, and that will switch your shoulders on. Press little fingers, press thumbs. Oh, feel your back working, strong back. Soften your eyebrows. Take a big breath in, stretch your elbows, and a long, slow breath out. Inhale, let's take a twist, left elbow, right knee, and spin the chest towards the right. Breathing in, crown of the head lengthens to front of mat. Exhale, press the top hand down, spinning chest towards hands, yeah. Inhale, roll top shoulder back. Exhale, sink hips a little lower. Sink hips low, back to chair for 1. And then twist the other way. Keep your knees glued together. So remember, strong legs, long spine. And the spine includes the neck. Hands in line with the center of the chest. So you can press the top hand down more to increase the twist. And then back to chair. And then hands down. Heel toe the feet apart, coming into your squat. You may want to take a few bend and straightens. It's the first squat of the day, just to get into the hips. High squat or low squat, malasana. Doggy squat. Staying with your breath. Okay, if you're going into crow from here, hands and feet in a square. Hands nice and broad, so we're going to lift the hips high, come onto the tiptoes, squeeze the knees into the backs of the arms. Shift the weight into the hands, push the floor away, so this may be where you're staying. If not, keep looking forward, more forward than you think. And as you look forward and your head comes down, your feet can squeeze into your bum. Keep pushing the floor away. That's it. Nice. Push the floor away, index finger knuckle down. Wherever you are, meet us in downward facing dog. Ready for our warriors. Right foot steps forward, back heel down. Warrior 1. We're going to step it wide because we're going to make this Y shape with our arms. Look up, open the chest. Imagine your thumbs are stretching your chest. And then fold forward, bowing down, a humble warrior, but with the arms scooping up and back like wings. So arms separate and they stay in their kind of wide shape. Yeah, so bowing down. Okay, coming up, stretch mat between feet into that Y. Open the heart, back leg nice and strong. Look behind you. Exhale, down you go. Relax your head. Inhale, 1 more. Right knee a bit more forward. Exhale, down you go and stay down. This time, clasp your hands. Release your head, humble warrior. And we're going to inhale, straighten front leg. Exhale, rebend it. Inhale, straighten front leg. Keep lifting the fist. Exhale, rebend. Inhale, straighten, squeeze your shoulders. Exhale, rebend. Look forward, release the hands, come all the way up, back into warrior 1. Exhale, align your heels up with each other, hips out to the side, warrior 2. Breathing in, relax toes. Breathing out. Breathing in, lift pubic bone. Breathing out, push ribs down into hips. Breathing in, stretch elbows in opposite directions. Breathing out, maybe bend the front knee a little more. Inhale, reverse, stretch, 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 back leg strong. Exhale, triangle, so shorten stance, straighten front leg, reach for your big toe or shin. Inhale, crown of the head towards the front of the mat. Exhale, spin chest left. Your arm wants to be all the way up. That's it. So imagine you're like an aeroplane with your arms. That's it, like warrior two. Breathing in. Breathing out, louder breath. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, hand to the left hand to the left hip at the front. I have a block handy. We're going to go into half moon. So you can use a block or your hand. Walk it a little bit forward outside the right foot. Catch some air under that back foot. You've got room there. Strong back leg. Keep looking down. Now open your hip out to the left. Keep looking down. Top arm comes up. And the last challenge is the gaze looking to the side. Sometimes it works for me, sometimes it doesn't. But both legs are really shooting out. Both arms are strong. Very nice. Now picture warrior two. We're going to go all the way back. Warrior two. Inhale, set your hands down outside front foot. Exhale, step back to plank and lower. Inhale, upward facing. Pull chest through your arms. Pull, pull, pull. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here, breathing in. And out. Second side. Left foot steps forward, back heel down. So feet are either side of the midline. Warrior one. And then open the arms wide to a Y shape. Straighten and strengthen that back leg. And the front knee comes forward. So we want to really feel a good stretch in that back leg. And then bowing down as if you're scooping the air. Take the arms up as your head goes low. Exhale. Inhale all the way up. Keep that left knee forward. Arch back, look back. Exhale, bowing down, relax your toes. Inhale all the way back. Got 3 of these. Stretch out through strong arms. And then inhale. And as we come down, clasp hands, stay down, squeeze your shoulders, making a fist. Can you clasp your hands like that, make a fist, and now squeeze here so we can switch these shoulders on. Squeeze, yeah. That's it. Okay, from there, inhale, straighten front leg or straighten it a bit. Exhale, rebend. That's it. Yes. Rebend. Relax your head. Yeah. Rebend. And on the last one, rebend and stay down. Squeeze your hands high. Okay, finding your balance, come all the way up. Warrior one. And then line up your heels, hips out to side, warrior two. Arms out to a T. That's it. Breathing in, nice. Breathing out, back foot turns in a little bit. And tailbone down, that's it. And then almost like you're pushing your ribs into your hips. Breathing in. Breathing out. Breathing in, yeah. Looking over your front fingers. Breathing out. Okay. Without moving your hips, reverse the warrior. That's it. Stretch that top arm up. And exhale, straighten front leg, shorten stance, triangle. So hand on big toe or shin, or you can take a block outside your ankle. Feeling the space and the length to straighten that front leg. That's it. You can move the block a little bit further towards the back of the mat if that's easier. Inhale, crown of the head forward. Exhale, lean back like you're leaning against the wall, pressing your shoulders against an imaginary wall. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, look down. Take your block and take it a little bit in front of you. Catch some air under that back foot. Shoot energy out through that back foot. Keep looking down as your right arm comes up. length through the front of the body, and maybe the gaze looks to the side. It might feel very different on this side. So if you can, it's right hand to right hip to start with. That's it. Yeah, gaze is the tricky bit. Reach up with the leg, reach up with the hand. Okay, and then picture warrior two. Step all the way back, warrior two. Nice. Inhale, hand, cartwheel over. Exhale, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop to your knees, sit on your heels, child's pose. Twisted child's pose, walk the hands around to the left. Take a massive breath into your right ribs. And imagine you've got a steering wheel and you're steering right, so you're pushing through the left hand, drawing back in the right. And that's going to give you more of an opening in the lats. Breathing in and breathing out. So we're creating space from the inside by inflating our lungs like a balloon. And then back to center. Second side. Walk your hands all the way around. But can you put them both flat like that? So imagine you've got a steering wheel and you want to pull back through the left one and push away with the right one. And back to center. Tuck toes. Downward facing dog. Let's step the right foot forward, back knee down, and then the hand inside the foot. So we're like in a lunge with the hands with the right hand inside right foot. Okay, sweep the left arm up and over and reach behind you for the half bind. So you're reaching for the inner thigh. And then just let your ear flop to the shoulder, neck stretch. Press the top of the back foot down, spin your chest left. Find your breath again. And from there, option to dip the right shoulder under and reach behind you for the left wrist or stay in the half bind. Wherever you are, you can tuck the back toes and take the back heel down as another option. Opening out the chest to the left, relax your toes. Heels doing all the work. And then set the hands down, set the back knee down, come upright, left arm lifts. We're going to twist. So same pose, but the twisted versions. Revolving side angle, left elbow, right knee. Finding the steady rhythm of your ocean breath once more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen the twist. Okay, look down, stay where you are with the hands, tuck the back toes, take the back heel off, and see if you can step forward to meet the front foot. Coming into twisted chair once more. Couple of breaths there, and then we're going to look down, see if we can step back the same way we came in. Secret here is to look down and press your palms together strongly as you step back. Nice. And then release the hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. Take right hand to left ankle, looking underneath your left armpit. And then switch sides. Give yourself a stretch. Push the floor away with your right hand. That's it. Okay. And from there, drop to the knees, and it's the left foot steps forward, hands inside the foot. So we're setting up for our side angle with the half bind again. Okay, back knee down. Inhale, lengthen the chest forward, and then reach behind you for the half bind. So right hand reaches left inner thigh. Inhale, crown of the head reaches forward, and then flop the ear down, getting the neck stretch on the right side. Squeeze your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha. Feel the in-breath rising up from the pelvic floor all the way through to the spine, the center of the brain. And down again. Filling up your central channel. And then look down, and if you did the full bind, dip your shoulder underneath and reach for the right wrist, opening out to the side again. So in the twist, looking right. Okay, so option, let's see if we can all straighten the back leg, put the back heel down, so the whole of the back foot down if it will go, in the half bind or with the hands on the floor. Step back foot to meet front, either in the bind, the half bind, or where you are. And then step it back. I realise we didn't do that on the first side, so I'm going to get us out of there. We're going to drop the back knee. I was almost going into bird of paradise. Right arm up. Let's take the twist. Breathing in. And breathing out. This is where we went forward. Okay, straighten the back leg and step back foot to meet right. Twisted chair. Might take a few steps, that's fine. And then look down, step back if you can. Hands down. Nice. Hands on the floor. And then down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Drop to your knees. Forearms down. Look forward. Walk your feet in for forearm dog. That's it. Look between your hands. So if you look here, that's it. Walk the feet in more. That's it. And maybe you're raising one leg off and doing little hops, maybe the other. Keep looking forward between your thumbs. That's it. So keep looking forward. That's it, yeah. Because it's actually a back bend. Do you want me to pull you up? Okay, cool. Yeah. And then sit back on your heels, child's pose. Take a deep breath in. And stretch your mouth, long, slow breath out. Tuck toes, lift hips. And then walk the hands to the back of the mat. Grab your big toes. Forward bend. Breathing in. And breathing out. So with every inhale, lengthen the spine, slightly coming out of the pose. With every exhale, pull on your big toes to fold deeper, lift kneecaps. Elbows out to the side, so you're actually pulling on those toes to get yourself deeper. Push back the toes against the fingers. And then slide hands under your feet, fingertips pointing to heels, Padahastasana. Standing on your hands. Set your hands to your hips. Slowly come all the way up, lifting up from the pelvic floor. Come onto your tiptoes, squeeze the ankles towards each other, reach up with the hands. Upside down, handstand. So we're going to need to pull our ribs in and down, just like we did with Warrior 2, and lift the pubic bone. So there's loads of ab work happening to keep us upright. This is posture. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Staying like that, come to the front of the mat. Set your heels down and step it out wide for the wide-legged forward bend. Feet parallel. Hands on hips. Inhale, stretch chest. Exhale, fold in. That's it, parallel your feet. And then look behind you. Squeeze the elbows in. With every inhale, lift kneecaps, lift belly. And with every ocean breath, exhale, fold a little deeper. So you're pulling yourself deeply into this pose. One more breath, inhale. One more breath, exhale. Inhale, come up halfway. Steady your legs, clasp your hands behind you, make a fist and take the arms up and over. Relax your head, Prasarita C. Wide-legged forward bend C. Inhale, lift kneecaps, lift fists, squeeze shoulders. Exhale, take the fist more towards the floor over your head. Let your head go. Riding the currents of the breath, using gravity to take yourself deeper. Very nice. And release your hands, set them down in front of you, turn your toes out, side to side lunges, hips as low as you can. That's it. So I take my toes all the way off and point them to the sky so I can get deep into that inner thigh. That's it, yeah. That's it. And then figure of 8 with your bum on its side. Really getting into those ball and socket joints in the hips. And then sit down with your legs wide. So here is where you might want to sit on a block if your spine is rounding like that, because what blocks do is they enable your spine to grow tall out of your pelvis. So sometimes I just sit on a block anyway because it's nicer. So here I'm using the block to give me, well, space so I can kind of get a bigger breath here. Take your hands behind you, sit tall. And so you can roll your pelvis forward. So maybe sit back a little bit more on the block. So more, that's it. And then roll your hips forward. That's it. Inhale, lift. And exhale, coming forward with a long spine. Doesn't matter how far forward you go, toes to the sky. That's it. Maybe so if you're holding your big toes, hold them like this with the fingers on the inside. Yeah, and that is going to open your shoulders. Okay, so pull on the big toes, take the chest forward, lengthen neck, lift your knees, and then pull your spine long. Inhale, lengthen, rotate forwards, exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, come all the way up, and then we're going to do side bends. So back arm up and over. Yeah, so we're aiming the shoulder eventually goes inside the knee, so that's sort of direction of travel. And then the elbow is going over the ear, so we're stretching out the lats here. Oh, these get really tight. Really pushes that elbow. And then coming up, second side, you can kind of hook your foot underneath, hand underneath. So thinking about length in the side body, really stretching that elbow away from the hip. Oh, taking the elbow more over the ear. And then coming up. Okay, coming up. So coming off the blocks now, Mula Bandha checkup. So Mula Bandha is your pelvic floor. So we're basically seeing how strong our pelvic floor is and using it, this exercise to strengthen it. We're going to take the hands on the blocks. The blocks probably the medium height outside the front foot. We're going to go low over the extended leg. Push into the blocks and the hips go up and back, lifted up almost as if your pelvic floor is lifting you up. Up and back, yeah. Experiment with where the blocks need to go. That's it, up. Yes, nice. Up and back, pelvic floor lift, look forward. That's it. And maybe press the hand that's in the middle, press it down so much that that foot floats off. And maybe you might even get the other one off as well. 3, 2, 1, coming down. Second side. Go low. So like you're doing a forward bend. Squeeze your pelvic floor. As you go low, push into the blocks, hips go up and back. Then lift the head. So go low to start with, forward, like you're doing a forward bend. That's it. And then push down in the blocks and lift your pelvic floor. That's it, you did it. That's it. You did it on the other side. Yes, that's the one.
Can't bend as much.
Yeah. Maybe that might be too, that's going to be too unstable doing it on the other height. Yeah, so you've got probably a slight...
You can't get this bit, it's here.
Yes, okay. 5. Yes, it's the the forward bend comes more, which will come from the hips. Then that will easily happen. Right. Onto your hands and knees. Keep your blocks with you. Half Hanuman, half splits. Right foot in front, back knee under your hip. Hands on your blocks. Folding forward, chin to shin. So it's a bit like down dog. We're sending our hips back and our chin forward. And if you want, you can slide the back leg back. Lovely hamstring and hip stretch. Very nice. And switch sides. Toes towards the face, push the hands down. So similar, we're going forward. That's it. So this is going to help that back as well. Chin towards the shin. And then if you slid the back leg out on the first side, off you go for the second side. And then release. Set your blocks to one side. Downward facing dog. Walk the hands to the back of the mat, ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows. Soft bend in the knees. Let your head go. And slowly come all the way up. Wherever you are, set the feet together. Take a breath, and we're going to do tree on the left side. So get your breath back into a steady rhythm. Squeeze your pelvic floor and pick a spot to look at in front of you, about your height away from you on the floor. So breath, Mula Bandha, Bandhas, Drishti, gaze point. All 3 technologies of yoga coming into play for tree pose, or for every pose, but you notice them more in tree pose. Steady your breath, steady your mind. Steady your eyeballs. Arms up, reach, 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 straight out, straight elbows. And then hands down, ankle to knee, sit down. You can also have your blocks for ankle to knee like that. Just brings the floor closer. Do you wanna... Hearing the sound of the ocean in your breath. Okay, that's it. Coming all the way up. Woo. And exhale. Steady yourself. Second side. Breath. Bandha, Mula Bandha lifts, pelvic floor, Drishti. Find a spot to look at on the floor in front of you to steady your eyeballs. If your arms have gone up, same as in Warrior 2, you're pushing your ribs down and you're lifting pelvic floor up, core work. And then ankle to knee, hip stretch. Let your head go. Look forward, pressing into the heel, stand all the way up. And And it's time to come to the floor, set your blocks to one side, sit down on the floor. Okay, Paschimottanasana, the forward bend. Take your hips, your bum away from your, flesh away from your sit bones. You might even sit on a block for this. This is going to help you come forward more. Reach for the big toes or outsides of the feet, or take a belt. So with every inhale, you reach forward, and with every exhale, you fall deeper. So we're doing forward bend on the block. And that's going to increase, so it lifts your hips higher so you can reach your big toes more, or the outsides of your feet, or use a belt. So reaching for big toes, that's it. And then that same grip that we did before, so you can pull your elbows out to the side to take your chest forward. Exhale, fall deeper. So these are also back stretches. Inhale, lengthen, send hips back, chest forward. Exhale, fall deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, release the block. Janushasana, seated tree. Right knee draws in, and then drop it out to the side. You can actually stay on the block for any of these forward bends because we're doing the same movement. So you just find what works better for you. Yeah, heel comes in towards the groin. Inhale, spin the chest. Exhale, fold deeper, reaching for your shin or outsides of the feet. So with every inhale, lengthen the spine by pulling on your foot. Exhale, fold. Staying with the sound of your breath. Turn it right up, press the heel into the inner thigh. And then release. Take your hands behind you, lift the hips up, counter pose, press the hips to the sky, reach all the way over your head behind you. And then exhale, set it down. Place that foot about 15 centimeters away from the thigh. Marichasana A. Reach forward on the inside. So, yes, right arm reaches forward. So you want to be on the inside of the knee. That's it. So maybe move the foot a little bit further that way. Give yourself more space. Reach. Inwardly rotate. Reach behind you for the wrist. And once you've got that, you're pulling on the knee with the bind to take it backwards, and then take the chest forward, chin to shin direction. With every inhale, pull on the bind to take your knee back, so we're opening the hip. Exhale, folding deeper, big breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, come up, and then set that foot outside the knee. Hug the knee. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, twist. That's it. Inhale, sit tall. You can bind. It might be easier to bind if you tuck the other leg under. And back to center. Release. Little boat pose. In between sides. I'm going to squeeze the knees together and then really pull them into the chest. Lift the chest. Oh, strong hip work for me, that one. Ooh. And then set it down. Janushasana, second side. Left knee hugs in. Drop it out to the side, sitting on a block if you did it first side. Hearing the sound of the breath. Inhale, come up, hand behind you, press hips high, reverse. And then exhale, set it down, set the left foot down, about a palm's width. And then the left arm reaches inside the knee and behind you for the bind. If you're not yet binding, you're sitting tall and hugging the knee into the armpit. Yeah. So that foot wants to be about here. That's it, yeah. That's going to work into your hip. Yeah, so when you've got the bind, yeah, put the heel down. When you've got the bind, you pull on it like that. So take your knee backwards and then folding forward. That's the direction you're going anyway. Inhale, come all the way up. And then set the foot outside the hand, set the foot outside the knee, twist. And if you did the bind, it's tucking the heel in and reaching through. Big breath in. Long, slow breath out. Big breath in. Long, slow breath out. Inhale back to center. Exhale, a little boat pose. And then rolling over. Downward facing dog. And then drop to the knees. For camel, we've got a flowing camel. So we fit in some back bends. So knees wide for this one. We're going to go up vertically and then side to side. Okay. So inhale, come up, press the hips forward, reach the arms up. We're just going to go all the way up and then come down. So just to the center to start with. Yeah, and then up, press your hips forward, reach back. That's it. Opening up the heart. So this is great if you're going to spend lots of time today over at a desk, driving, or any kind of forward facing. This is a lovely way of creating space before the compression sets in. Oh, and down. Okay, we're going to go side to side. So right arm sweeps across, left hand stays down. Really strong legs, like squeezing the legs in like you're squeezing a block. And then come down, come all the way upright, tuck your toes, reach for your heels, and then press your hips forward. If you can, look at the sky and maybe even look behind you. Pardon? Yeah, okay. Coming down, get your head down on the floor. Okay, it's 24 minutes past. We'll make this our last pose. Okay, rabbit pose. Head down. If you want to convert your rabbit to a tripod headstand, take your legs into downward facing dog and put your knees on the backs of the arms. Next stage is knee squeeze in and then raise them up. Take this step by step. Or you're staying in rabbit pose with the head down. Coming down when you're ready. Everybody meet child's pose. Slowing the breath right down, but staying with the sound. Inhale, same length as exhale. Coming up. Lying down on your back. Windshield wiper, knees side to side before our final relaxation. So we're not getting up again. Grab anything you need. Jumper, blanket, eye bag. Anything you need to release. This is your time to maybe circle the joints, maybe head side to side, whatever you need to just feel really floppy and loose like a rag doll. You might even shake. Circle. And then just a couple of minutes lying down, marinating in this energy bath you've given yourself, allowing yourself to absorb all the nourishment from your practice. Your eyes dropping down like stones into the back of your head. Shoulders relaxed. Eye pillows coming. There we go. Breathing in. No special breathing now. Just giving yourself to the support of the surface beneath you. Imagine it just got 20% softer and you sank down a little more. Now starting to gently wake up the body, moving fingers and toes, maybe rocking head side to side. Give yourself a stretch. Roll over onto your side and come up to seated. Press your palms on your chest, take a deep breath in, and let's hum it out. Release your hands, bowing down. Taking some of that feeling of balance and energy into your day today. Thank you.
That was just such a good proper flow after too long of not having done one.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it.